r/askreddit, how could a man protect themselves against false rape accusations? Doesn't quite work because false rape accusations are either done out of regret or malice. Wasn't there a Reddit post here recently about someone's little brother getting stomped to death by schoolmates because girl was mad at him for breaking her phone and told everyone he molested her before school? There is only one answer to anything directed at you. Lawyer. Lawyer can't help society condemning you before you're even proved innocent. Better call Saul. 100%. But even if found innocent, your reputation is shot. History shows the accusation alone will follow you around forever. Much worse than being falsely accused of murder, imho. Shut up and lawyer up. If you live in a country with fair judicial system, always have in mind that you are innocent until proven guilty. They will try to insinuate it's a lost cause and that it's in your interest if you just admit the guilt. They will pressure you, etc. It's all a tactic. Her voice against yours doesn't work. She is the one that has to have evidence, not the other way around. Hire a lawyer and until there, refuse to talk or talk as little as possible. Once accused, even vindicated, that stain can never wash away. Provide alibis. The more alibis the better. Have receipts. Alibis. False rape accusations are 100% about consensual sex being called rape. A claim that you raped a woman that you never even had sex with goes nowhere. Try to gather as much evidence as possible. If you slept together, and afterwards there is an accusation made, try to get screenshots of text messages right after, or at least some evidence that it was mutual. If you weren't with them in the first place, try to keep evidence of what you were doing at that time, and where you were. Would be nice to see with who. And for the possible gossiping and blaming, there is not a lot you can do, I think. Just plead your innocence. Get a good lawyer if the deed is already done. Better yet, only have sex within the confines of a loving relationship, and the chance of this happening drops substantially. Still not foolproof though. A random hookup in the bar is likely to be neutral towards you. A person you're in a loving relationship with is emotionally invested, and if you break up, all sorts of things may influence them to dislike you. Ugly personalities and vindictiveness can pop up easily after a breakup. All this to say, nothing is certain. Every relationship is a gamble. Text follow-up after the date telling her you just got home, you had a good time, and insert quick recap of the events. If she says she also had a good time, this would later help prove you didn't do what's being alleged. Not leaving your house and having 24/7 surveillance of the entire property. Gone Girl says otherwise. Avoid ever being alone with a woman who isn't your immediate family member. The Mike Pence rule. Which is, yes, they'll come handy in case you need reimbursement. You might win the legal case, but the public eye is still brutal as hell. If you get accused, your reputation is royally fucked. And unfortunately there is no way to fix that large scale. Removed. The same way you avoid getting raped. Have a good judge of character and stay away from sketchy people. Doesn't always work, but all you can do really. Have GPS on your phone with Google making you map of where you've been. Alibi. Working justice system where innocent until proven guilty. What about social aspects of things though? If she calling up the workplace and spread nasty rumors about the rape? I had an ex-GF accuse me, she messaged family members telling them I had raped her. I had a feeling she was trying to blackmail me for money because I had stopped giving her money. I told her I would call the police for her and happily provide evidence to them of my innocence and anything they needed. Long story short, I was innocent and found to be so, got a restraining order on her. Are there any other consequences for her besides restraining order? By getting yourself a very good lawyer. I was falsely accused. The answer is nothing. A strong alibi. Can't rape if you couldn't physically be there. Sorry for hijacking the top reply, but I've asked a very similar question nearly 2 months ago. I half suspect he feels he's got an accusation coming from someone soon. The question being asked twice betrays his conscience, and is looking for ways to get around it. Keep a daily journal or log of what you did that day. Keep receipts, pay with a credit card so there is proof. Have a location tracker on your phone. To put it lightly, getting laid in my eyes is more risk than it's worth. If you're gonna get laid, make sure you have a standby security system which logs activity so you have real evidence should they try to lay a false allegation. While being laid, always and continuously check in to make sure you have their consent and document every single thing. That way you at least have a fighting chance. This is comedy. I'd like to take you upstairs and smash that puss. Oh, I guess that's okay. No, I need affirmative consent. I need you to say I want you to take me upstairs and smash my puss. Then she gives consent, and tells you that she never did. Don't be alone with crazy. As a guy who was accused, you can't. I did nothing and it led to a 3-year lawsuit against me. The last TAY was this thread removed. It's sad that it seems guilty until proven innocent is the norm now. Personal microphones or cameras is the only true way. Wear them every day. Don't tell anyone, and keep all recordings for 90 days and a private server. If I was wealthy or famous, I'd definitely start doing that. What I've seen is guilty after proven innocent. Quite did it, and you can too. Play by Mike Pence rules. Be aware of the company you keep and don't jump into sex with people unless you trust them. A lot of people aren't going to want to hear they have to protect themselves from a bad world, but that's what women deal with as well. By not being afraid of something that basically doesn't happen, you're significantly more likely to become a rape victim yourself than to be falsely accused by a woman. False rape accusations is conservative propaganda. Stop listening to trash like Shapiro and you'll be 100% fine. What about things that has already happened, like 90% of people I knew avoided me, my family turned their backs on me, and my job prospects diminished? Obviously I'm not convicted nor am I worrying about conviction, but I'm definitely not 100% fine, especially with rumors going on in my job. There are no receipts and there are no alibis when a guy had sex with the girl. You literally can't do anything if a girl decides to ruin your life after you had sex. What if you didn't have sex though, was in the house to visit a family member? Castration. If I am being accused of rape, I am providing proof that I am busy doing other things like sleeping. Why did this thread go from removed by moderators to NSFW? The fuck is going on with this subreddit? Agendas LOL obviously. Don't go to parties, don't walk home alone drunk, don't be alone with a woman while drunk, don't. Basically just follow the advice society always tells women to take to avoid being raped. Can't. That's the beauty of it. Saw a globe and realized how round it was. I went to a triangle Earth meeting and saw the prism light. I'm just gonna appreciate the pun and ignore the username. Why did you even point it out? Gross. They finally woke up. Got the fuck kicked out of me and it reversed my brain damage. The much cooler name Ball Earthers. My favorite flat earth joke is also a mom joke. Your mom was so fat that the earth was flat until they buried her. Most accurate here Imo. Haha, I see what you did there. No, but seriously. If it were round, then how come when my dog runs off does me not reappear behind me? Wake up sheeple. Next you'll be telling me that NASA didn't fake the moon. I couldn't get girls to date me. Maybe you should have tried another subject. I have a cousin who generally believed the earth was flat. She finally came around when she went to one of those conventions and realized how scammy it was. I just kept walking. Eventually I came around. And it sort of involves telepathy. Like, the fantasy is a guy who, with smoldering passion and good looks, pushes you to do the things you actually want to do and is really enthusiastic and excited about you doing them. Real life boundary pushers push for them and not for you. Sean Spencer from Psych. Dude is way too much of an attention whore to stand being around for more than a few hours.